Should you use a prop firm or should you stick with a personal brokerage account? That's what this video is going to cover. So you may think, what is a prop firm? Let's define it. A prop firm or proprietary trading firm is a company that provides traders like yourself with capital to trade on their behalf. In return, you usually get like a profit split with the firm, and then sometimes firms can have advanced trading platforms and even free trading education that they only provide for their traders. Before prop firms were a thing and you had access to them, you had to previously create a brokerage account with one of these banks or brokers and deposit your physical hard-earned money into that account, and that would be your total risk. Now, if you're an experienced trader, this makes sense because there are tons of tax benefits that you can get, especially when trading futures, if you have your own personal account. However, if you are just getting started or you haven't reached profitability, a brokerage account probably is not what you should go for. As a side note, this is not the full list of brokerages that you can have for futures trading. This is just some of the top ones that are the most popular that came to mind when I was making this video. All right, let's dive into prop firms. As you can see on the left here are a list of popular prop firms. This is not the whole list. There are way more out there, and it seems these days that there's a different one popping up each and every day. As you can see down at the bottom here at Fast Track Trading, they've only been around for a couple months now and they are blowing up. Each prop firm has their own set of rules and differences, but in general, prop firms allow you to choose what size account you're looking to trade, and they create all the rules. They establish everything that is and is not permitted for their prop firm, and it starts out in a simulated account. So yes, you are seeing live market data and you are trading the in quotes live market, but it's not actual dollars, it is simulated. And just to clarify, by simulated, I mean essentially paper money. It is not real money until it actually hits your bank account. So keep that in mind. Prop firm benefits. Now, this is the main reason why you should consider using a prop firm. You get access to more capital. What does that mean? Essentially, you have more money you can trade with to potentially take on bigger trades and earn larger profits without risking your personal savings. Another great benefit is the ability to horizontally versus vertically scale. What does that mean? Basically, you can have more accounts. You can trade the same way you would trade with one account and amplify those profits by up to 20, because some prop firms allow you to have up to 20 accounts. Prop firm trading is commission based, meaning you get the amount of money that you are able to make individually. There's no like hourly rate or anything like that. You're not an actual employee for these companies. You trade with their capital and then you can take out a certain amount of money, all of which is determined by the payout rules per prop firm. And instead of having to deposit a couple $100 or $1,000 in a brokerage account, you can get a evaluation for a prop firm for as little as $30. At this point, you might be thinking, this sounds too good to be true. There's no reason a company is going to give someone all this money and let them trade without any stipulations, and that's where the rules come in. These rules vary from prop firm to prop firm, so we're not going to dive into all the rules that some prop firms have at this point, but just make sure you are well aware of all the rules before you sign up for an account with that prop firm. In general, all prop firms give you simulated money, so it's not real. Most have evaluations outside of fast track trading, so you have to pass an evaluation before you get an account that actually counts toward the money you can make and receive a payout in, and they're all gonna have some kind of fees. Some will have larger evaluation fees than others, some will have activation fees for the account after you pass the evaluation, and lastly, time. To get access to the money you make, or to get access to actually making money that counts toward those payouts, it does take time. Which brings us to the evaluation part of the prop firm trading. So once you buy an account, you will get an evaluation account. There is a profit target for the evaluation account, and there is a maximum loss limit. In order to pass the evaluation, you have to get over the profit target and meet the minimum trading days that are required for your prop firm, as well as never go below the maximum loss, because if you do, you will lose the account and you will either have to reset it or buy a new evaluation. Unfortunately, many traders get stuck in this prop firm cycle because they either trade too large or they haven't actually spent the time to learn how to trade, so they never get to the profit target, they blow their accounts, and they just continually spend money. This right here in the evaluation is kind of where you set the tone moving forward. So you want to practice how you play, trade at the evaluation, how you're going to potentially trade the funded account. So after you pass an evaluation, you get to this point where you have to activate your account. What does that mean? Essentially, you're activating your live trading in quotes account to be able to start making money that counts toward a payout. So this is going to be a fee. It ranges from prop firm to prop firm. I've seen $85 all the way up to a couple $100. So make sure you understand what these activation fees are if your prop firm does have them, so you know upfront what the total cost of that account is going to be before you start the evaluation. The activation of accounts can vary. I know some prop firms are almost immediate, where you can see that new account show up in the dashboard within a couple minutes. Some take a couple hours, so definitely have that in mind when you are going through this process. Also, some prop firms have different rules when it comes to the evaluation versus the funded account, so make sure you are well aware of any potential rule changes that happen. One of the key ones is how drawdown works. Is the drawdown going to be a trailing intraday drawdown, or is it still at the end of the day? Now let's get to the part that we're actually interested in. So payouts, how do they work? Basically, you have to get over your profit target and stay within all of the rules in that funded account to get to the point where you can request a payout. Now keep in mind, just because you requested a payout doesn't mean you're guaranteed your money. So do your research on the prop firm, make sure your trading strategy matches what's allowed in that prop firm, and make sure you don't break any of these rules during the trading time that you have, because that will cost you your payout. And remember, it's not real money until it hits your bank account. Lastly, most traders don't get to this point, but eventually after you make so much money with the company, you get a profit split. So let's say after you withdraw the first $10,000 in profit, all the money after that, you get 90% of the withdrawal, and then they keep 10%. All right, let's talk about it. The trap. What is the trap that most people fall into with prop firms? They end up getting stuck in this evaluation loop. They keep blowing account after blowing account, and then that kind of leads them into, once they get that actual funded account, they'll have a couple good trading days, and then they will lose it all and then give up that account. That causes them to go right back into the evaluation loop. Don't be that trader. Prop firm funding can instantly turn into the same feeling you get when you're at the casino. You lose $100 and you're like, all right, I got to do everything to get that $100 back. And then before you know it, you lost $500. Unfortunately, you see this all the time on the Apex Facebook page. You'll see someone that's like, I've been through hundreds and hundreds of evaluations and hundreds of like funded accounts, and if you do the numbers, that means they're down between like $10,000 and $30,000, and they're just now receiving their first, $2,000 or $3,000 payout. This is not how you should be utilizing prop firms. All right, I'm off my soapbox. No more ranting. Let's talk about the scalability and the real benefits of the prop firms. So once you become profitable, and do this in one account first to make sure that you can actually get to payout, then you can start to scale up. You can have up to 20 accounts. So for an example, with Apex, if you had a 50K account, you can get up to 20 of those accounts. So if you get a $2,000 payout once a month and you do the same thing over 20 accounts, that can add up to $40,000 payouts each month. It also allows you to scale your profits without having to use larger size. For instance, let's say in one account, you're a $100 to $300 a day trader. You multiply that by 10 or 20 accounts and you can start making thousands per day using your same risk to reward strategy you had to make that $100 to $300. But remember, if you can't get a consistent payout in one account, you're not going to get consistent payouts in multiple accounts. So let's focus on becoming profitable and getting payouts consistently in one account before we try to scale too much. And with that being said, if you started out with a smaller account, you can scale up to a larger account for your next evaluations once you've deemed yourself kind of profitable and you're getting comfortable with how that prop firm works. Also, you're not just limited to one prop firm. You can use as many different prop firms as you'd like. Something that could make sense to you once you are a profitable trader is potentially creating an LLC and trading under that. There are tons of tax incentives like writing off software and like a home office and all that kind of stuff. I'm not a tax professional, but it's definitely something you should be aware of, and you should consult your local tax professional to help you out with. Personally, I think everyone should start out using a prop firm. This can help you minimize your risk to your own capital, and it can also help you create better rules for maximum loss and that kind of stuff before you're actually trading your own money. This can avoid you paying that huge market tuition that a lot of traders pay in their first, 1 to 3 years that they start trading in. To wrap this thing up, prop firms are a tool. They are to be used as a tool. They're not the end all be all. You don't know if they're going to be around forever. However, this is a great opportunity to be able to learn to trade in the markets for a low entry cost. It bridges the gap between going from like paper trading to actually like live trading your funded account. It minimizes your risk because the only cost to you is the evaluation and the activation fees. And there are an infinite amount of prop firms these days coming about, and I'm sure there'll be more in the next year or two. And the more prop firms that come about, the better it gets for traders, because they're going to have to essentially battle each other for customers, and that's going to make the rules better and more consistent for us traders. So definitely look for these opportunities that are going to be coming out in the future, like the new prop firm that just came out called Fast Track Trading. Now they don't even have any valuation, you're just direct to funded accounts. So I think this is going to really shake up the game. I'm interested to see what other prop firms do to kind of counter that. Long story short, it's never been a better time to be a prop firm trader. So if there's anything that you had questions on in this video, make sure you comment down below. I'm going to be making weekly videos about all things prop firm. That goes from individual prop firms to new rules that are coming out to changes, experiences, and the whole just overall payout process, what it's like being a trader in these prop firms. So make sure you like and subscribe and stay tuned.